All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're going to go ahead and come on up to our feet and begin standing. All right, as you come on up to your feet, just set your feet. Make sure all the toes are pointing straight ahead, just underneath the hips. You want to establish a nice soft bend of the knees. You're going to draw your abdomen in, sure no arching in the low back, and we're going to do our spinal cord breathing to start. So as you breathe in, you're going to circle your arms around, bring your palms and forearms together, and then as you breathe out, hug your arms down to the chest, tuck your belly and hips underneath you as you bow your head down. When you're ready for that next inhale, lift up out of your chest, keeping that soft bend at your knees, circle those arms around, and lift your head so you're looking up to where the wall meets the ceiling. And then we unwind from there. Exhale, draw it down and in, chin to the chest, blowing the air out. Inhale, lift and open. Engage the glutes as you lift the chest, open the front body. We'll go about twice more. Exhale, drawing it down. Find your own rhythm here. Inhale, lift and open, nice and smooth. Full circles through the shoulders. Very good. One more cycle of that. Tucking it down and in, chin to the chest. Kind of tuck yourself in a little ball here while you're standing. Last inhale of this movement. Nice deep opening. And then on this final exhale, try to get a little bit more air out of the lungs than you normally would. So send that air out when you're ready to breathe in. Relax the arms down to the side. Come on up to standing. Very nice. Go ahead and step your left foot back. Interlace those hands. Stretch up tall to overhead. We're going to shift that back hip forward. Lift the chest. And now rotate your torso towards your front leg. We can unwind from that rotation, rock the hips back, rock those hips back forward, lifting up, keep that front foot firmly planted, and then gently turn again towards your front leg. Should be your right. Squeezing the glute of that trail leg. And one more time there. Unwind, hips rock back, hips rock forward, lifting up, and gently rotate. Good. As you unwind out of that, go ahead and take into a little side step arm swing. Alternating which arm crosses forward in front and rotate those palms back as you step forward. Step it out. Nice. A few more. All right, let's balance out the hip flexor on the opposite side. Left foot steps forward, right foot steps back. You can either stay up on the ball of the foot or you can rock back into the heel. Make sure that front foot is firmly planted, shin vertical, lifting on up. Rock the hips back, rock those hips forward. And now we'll shift forward and rotate. We'll go 3 times here. Holding that rotation for a couple of breaths. Coming out, rocking back, rocking forward, lift, pivot, turn the head and neck as well. Trying to look over that left shoulder. One last time, taking the hips back, shift them forward, lift the chest without overarching, and final time, turning that body. Breathe. Very good. Unwind, and one more time in that side step arm swing. Warming up the body. We got a chilly day here in Colorado. All right, fantastic. Go ahead and rest there. Keep the feet about hip width apart. Take those arms back to overhead. And then with that soft bend the knees, we're going to imagine we're in a snow globe. And we're just lightly kind of tracing the perimeter of our snow globe as you reach up to overhead so you can look up to the ceiling above you. We'll go twice more. Just keeping that soft bend in the knees. Just tracing through. Beautiful. After 3 times in that direction, and then we'll take it the other way. Flowing through. 2 or 3 times there. Wonderful. Last one. And relax those arms down. Nice. We're going to start to introduce some balance work next as we warm up the ankles. So set one foot down, lift everything up and in. Come onto one leg, and now we'll roll this ankle around 5 to 10 times in one direction. You can maintain that balance, and when you're ready, switch directions of the ankle. Watch from the shrugging the shoulders up, so keep pulling the shoulders down. Nice. When you're ready, same thing other side. Set that foot down, lift on up, and here we go for the other foot. Very good. Switch directions of the ankle. Very nice. From there, wide base stance, inner thigh stretch next. Really grip the feet down, reach those arms out. With the feet planted, you're gonna lunge towards one side. Just take your time, pushing the knee wide, ensuring that heel is nice and secure. You'll breathe in as you come back to center, and then same thing, other direction. Kind of grip the toes into your mat, nice and smooth, making sure that knee is guided out, not letting it drop in. Back to center once more, each direction. Without forcing, see if your body maybe wants to sink a little bit deeper into that side lunge. Very nice. Back to center, and same thing, second side. Chest up, eyes up, just reaching those arms straight up to help guide that chest tall. Good. Come back to center and then shimmy those feet back in. We're going back to some balance work, this time stretching out the quad. So draw everything up and in, coming back onto one foot as you grab the other foot and pulling the heel behind you. And just ensure, especially if you tend to be double jointed or locking out that support leg, keep a soft bend in that knee. Good. Eyes up, chest up. We'll go 10 more seconds here. Draw the shoulders back as well. And when you're ready, set that foot down, same thing other side. Grip the foot, lifting up. Pulling on back, very nice. Eyes up and breathe. 2, 1, and set that foot down. All right, let's go ahead and warm up the wrists a little bit. We've got bear curl in our first circuit, so we'll just start to circle those wrists around. Good, change direction, circle the wrists the other way. Very nice. From here, fingers point down, bring the backs of your hands together, kind of keep them in against the chest, and now draw the elbows down as you keep the neck nice and long. Super. Opposite of that, palms come together, fingers pointing up. And now you're going to try to lift those elbows up. You can kind of draw the hands down a bit. And shake it out from there. All right, we'll go ahead and give a little bit more stretches once we get down on the floor for that first series. But we're going to start with practicing some single leg deadlifts. So you'll stand up nice and tall. And if you're like, whoa, I don't quite feel ready for this, then practice a single leg balance. But for the deadlift, what it looks like is as you stay tall, you have a soft bend in your knee, and you're going to practice hinging forward, reaching for that front foot. Back foot should be pointed down towards the floor. Standing tall, you can come up to a high knee, and we'll bow forward, reaching down, coming all the way through, drawing that knee up. Okay, we're going to go 30 seconds on one leg, and then we'll switch 30 seconds on the other. So if you already did a couple reps there, no problem. Let's just go ahead and start on the opposite foot. We'll start our minute here in 10 seconds. 2, or it's not 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, lift on up. Soft bend that knee, and now we're practicing that forward hinge, long spine. Find a spot, looking straight down, push through that heel, standing tall, draw that knee up towards the chest. Good, make sure you don't sink into the hip. Bowing forward, toe points down, lifting up out of the hip as you stand, and draw that back knee into the chest. Excellent. Stay focused here, looking down, push through the heel, standing tall. Very nice. We're going to go about another 10 seconds here. Lengthen it out a little bit. It's a slower movement. So we're going to go about 45 seconds on each side. And then we'll switch. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Switching legs. Check in with your foot as you set it down. Have the toes pointing forward. And then when you're ready, second side, long spine, bowing down. And I'm watching you all here, but ideally you want to be not looking at the screen, kind of find a spot about 3 or 4 feet just in front of you. Help with that focus. Good. This is our first of 3 sets. So on the later sets, we can hold some weights if we like. Sometimes that actually helps the body to find that balance. 20 seconds left. Good. Lift up each time. Draw yourself back up out of the hips. Maybe one more, bowing forward. And 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Let's kind of give a little break for the hips. We're going to stay up on our feet for one more, and then we'll come down for our bear crawl. So bringing your arms out to the side. We're going to go our alternating knee to elbow. So exhale as you lift that knee up, drawing that elbow across. Nice. 30 seconds or so to practice this, and then we'll make our way down to the floor for our bear crawl. Good, 10 seconds left. Trying to bring that elbow and knee in contact with each other if you can. 2, 1, and transition. Excellent. We're going to stretch the wrist a bit more before we jump into that bear crawl. So go ahead and come on down to hands and knees. As you do so, turn the palms down and fingers point in towards your body. Draw the midline in and just gently lean back. Get a nice stretch for the forearms. You can just continue to lean back, or you can gently rock side to side if that will give you a little bit more of a stretch through there. Keeping the fingers spread nice and wide. Good. Go ahead and come off the hands, shake them out. All right, we're going to have a minute to practice this bear crawl. So if you know the motion, you can go ahead and get started. Some reminders here. Spread those fingers as wide as you can to grip into your mat. You're going to barely lift the knees up off the ground. You want to keep your spine as flat as you can. And then when you're ready to start, you're going to lift your right hand and left leg, and then left leg and right hand. And just working this opposite arm, opposite leg, moving across the floor. And then when you go backwards, pushing through the palm of the hand, keeping that spine nice and neutral. So I'm drawing my abdomen in throughout. Breathing as you move. Good. 30 seconds left. You want to imagine if you had like a little tiny saucer plate balancing on your low back, like the base of the hips or so, that you would try to not let that saucer fall off your back. Good. Breathing here, also to get some burn in the legs. 10 seconds. A few steps forward, a few steps back. And 2, 1, and rest. Stay on down here. We're coming in a child's position next. Toes together, knees divide. Reach the arms straight out, and then rock those hips back. Just a brief stretch here. Take about 3 nice deep breaths into the back and sides of your rib cage. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way into down dog and inchworm our way up to our feet. So first in the down dog, lift the hips, kind of rock yourself forward under your hands. Send those hips high as you rock back, drawing that chin to the chest and guiding your heart toward your thighs. After about 3 times or so there, give a nice pedal out to the heels. And then nice and slow, walk your feet towards your hands, walk the hands towards your feet, and just gradually come up out of that forward fold. 30 seconds until we're back to our single leg deadlift. So feel free to grab a drink. And if you do want to hold a weight, you can get a light to moderate weight out. So if you're starting on your left leg, I like to hold my weight in the right hand. So starting in 3, 2, 1, lift everything up. Soft bend the knee. If you're using a weight, you can grab onto it from the ankle. Standing tall, still bringing that knee up. And then lifting up, bowing forward, long spine, down and through. Good. This exercise I find is best done without shoes on because you can have a better awareness of your foot, really able to grab onto the floor, stabilize through that arch. Up out of the hip. We're going a little bit longer than we had originally planned. Another 10 seconds or so, about one more rep, lifting up. Long spine as you bow forward. Good, nice. And rest. Same thing, opposite sides. If you are holding a weight, switch hands. Check in with the feet. 2, 1, here we go. Over. Reaching down. Standing tall. Excellent. There you go, good. Make sure that foot will tend to rotate away from you. That has the hip rotating out as well. So back leg, thigh stays level to the torso best you can. Kind of engaging that glute to drive it up. Excellent, good, Jean. Nice, Ashley, got it. Coming up and through, good. Long spine, 1 or 2 more reps here. Practicing moving with control, lifting up out of those hips the whole time. Last time. 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Set it down. All right, we're going to move from the knee to elbow. Now we're going to go some cross crawl patterns behind the back. So reaching for the heel behind you. Good. Still stabilizing up out of the hips, not letting those hips kick out. Nice. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to have a little bit faster transition into the bear crawl this time. Good. When you're ready, making your way back down to all fours. Starting on hands and knees. Center yourself, draw that midline in, fingers spread wide. And then when you're ready, knees barely lift up off the ground. Left hand, right leg, left hand. Did I say the same thing twice there? Opposite limbs, trying to move at the same time. A few steps forward and then a few steps back, all dependent upon the area you have to move. Keep your chin drawn in as well. So you want to kind of watch the floor right between the hands. Breathe as you move. We are over halfway, right about 20 seconds left in this minute. Great work. Working your midline, working your brain, trying to coordinate one side of the body with the other. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. We're going to go back into child's, this time with the palms up. Bring your little fingers together, knees divide, and rock on back for 3 nice deep breaths here. Very good. As you're coming up out of that, we'll come back into down dog. About 3 reps at down dog pulse, rocking forward and rocking back. 1 more stretch of the heels for this series. And then when you're ready, start to inchworm your way up. Nice and strong through the legs. We've got 30 seconds till we start our 3rd and final round of that circuit. So 1 more drink of water. Kind of just keep the hips nice and loose, rocking them side to side. Good. And once again, if anybody feels like they're dropped into their hips or anything's extra sore today, you can always practice that single leg balance. Otherwise, start on your more challenging side to balance on first. Set that toe straight on, shoulders back and down. 2, 1, here we go. Up to high knee, yeah. Actually, I just have straight arms. Hold those weights right at your sides. There you go. Lift, draw the knee up. Keep pulling up high. Nice, Jean. There you go, Sharon. Good. Drive that back thigh a little higher. There it is. Good. Checking in with that back toe, pointed down towards the floor as you hinge forward, bending at the waist. Good. 10 seconds. So you one more rep. Long spine, reaching down, drawing through, and rest. Woo. Good job. Switching sides. Toes point forward, lift on up, and when you're ready, here we go. Moving with control more than speed for this series here. Excellent. Yeah, great position. So you stand tall, Sharon, draw that knee up, lift the chest. There it is. Gene, make sure you get those hips nice and level before you start to bow forward. So pull the midline in, lift up, and then slowly bring it forward. Trying to hold that balance. Good. Last rep, crew. Taking it down. Standing tall. And rest once you finish that one. Great work. All right, back to our cross crawl patterns. We're going to go a little bit faster this time. Heat up the body a bit more with our march and punch. So you can march here, or if you want to get the heart rate going a little bit higher, you can add a hop, set, step for a skip. Punching across the body with the arms, keeping the knees nice and level. Looks great. See if you can time your exhale with that punch. Yeah, good. Smile. Have some fun with it. 10 more seconds, and we'll be down for our last bear crawl. 2, 1, and here we go. Taking it down to the floor. Spread the hands nice and wide. Start on hands and knees. Once you're ready, knees barely come off the ground, and then here we go. One leg with the opposite hand. Feel the arches of the hand lift up as you grip your finger pads down. When those arches are activating, it's going to help the muscles of your hand hold your weight and take some of that load off your wrist. That breathing nice and fluid. Good, we're over halfway, 30 seconds left. Whew, fantastic. Really pushing strong through that upper body. 15 seconds. Try to keep it moving, keep that breathing going. Your body's starting to burn. Breathe through it. Just focus on one step at a time. And 2, 1. All done there. Whew, fantastic. Let's go child's position, side stretch. Toes together, knees divide. Walk the hands to one side. So if you walk the hands to your right, left arm reaches long, and then square the hips as you drop on back. 3 deep breaths here. Breathe into the side where you feel that tension. After 3 breaths on that side, walk the hands to the opposite side. Same idea, reach the hand long, square the hips as you sink them back. Bow that head down. Very nice. After those 3 breaths, come on into cat-cow. So bring the knees a little bit wider again, hands just underneath the shoulders. As you exhale, you're going to round through that mid-back, drawing the chin into the chest. And then as you inhale, gently arch, draw the shoulders back. You're between 3 and 5 cycles here. Just move with the rhythm of your own breath. When you finish your 3 to 5 cycles, we're going to make our way onto our back. Very nice. Take it through one more if you're still on your kitty cat stretch, as we like to call it. Moose gets up and stretches his body. And then when you're ready, we'll roll on over and kind of grab onto your legs and slowly bring it on back. Set the shoulders underneath your body, hug the legs in, and gently rock side to side. We won't spend too much time down here. We're going to come back up for some squats and dumbbell rows next. Let's just give a little bit of relief to that low back. 2 knee twists next. Arms out to the side, keeping your legs together. You'll bring both legs to one side as you turn the head, look over the opposite shoulder. And you decide how far into that twist you want to go. When you're ready, you'll sweep the legs across and turn the head other side. Breathe in as you bring the legs across once more each direction. Balance it out on your second side. Fantastic. Once you finish both sides, we're going to set the feet. We're going to do a few glute bridges. So feet about the width of the mat. Readjust those shoulders as needed to keep them underneath your body. And then you're just going to go about 5 reps here of a glute bridge. So just take your time, rolling the hips back, flattening the low back into the floor, and then think about raising those hips up about 1 segment at a time, activating your glutes, drawing the chin into the chest, and then nice and slow, bringing it back down. 3 to 4 more. Think about trying to embrace as much of your muscles as you can, backside of the body, pelvic floor, trying to squeeze as if you're trying to stop your body from going to the bathroom, and then gradually lower on down. We want to keep some awareness around all those smaller muscles of our body that help our body to function. And the higher the hips get, the better opening you'll get for the back of the neck. So continue to draw the chin in as you raise the hips up, ensuring that you don't go so high to get like a pinching sensation. You don't want it to pinch the low back or the front of the hips. All right, maybe 1 more rep of that bridge, and then we'll roll it on over and start to make our way back up to standing. Whew, very nice. So you can roll on over to your side, and we'll make our way back up, coming into down dog and inching our way up. All righty. Once you come up to standing, let's grab a drink and we'll warm up our squats and then we'll get started. All right, let's have everybody do a few squats together. We're going to set the feet about hip width apart, just a gentle toe out with the chest nice and tall. You're going to reach your arms out, send your hips back, driving your knees nice and wide. Really key here, keep your full foot planted into the ground. You're going to push straight down into the ground to stand. Let's go about 2 more. Knees push wide, arms reach out, keep that chest nice and tall. And up, good. Those of you that are really flexible, just make sure that as you're sinking back, you don't want to go so far down that you just collapse in the bottom. So stay engaged and standing tall. Excellent. All right, we've got 30 seconds of a squat, and then we're going to be doing a dumbbell row, 30 seconds on each arm. So actually, I'm going to recommend don't hold any weights on your squats today. Just kind of move with your body weight. Jean and Sharon, if you feel like you're warmed up and ready to hold a little bit of weight with your squats, you're welcome to do that. Maybe the same or slightly different weight than you'll use for your dumbbell row. After you finish our dumbbell row, we'll practice some lateral step-overs. And then you can either take a rest, or if you want to keep that heart rate up, we'll do some fast feet to end the circuit. And we have 4 times through. Questions?
Yes, what if I want to hold a little bit of weight because I feel like it.
If you want to hold weight, then go for it. You know your body. All righty. I love it. So we'll get started here in about 10 seconds. If you are want to hold some weight, either 1 in each hand up at the shoulder, or I'm going to hold 1 right underneath my chin. Slight toe out with the feet, and 2, 1, here we go. Moving with control, pace yourself. First of 4 rounds. Good. Keeping the eyes up, kind of find a spot straight ahead that you can focus on. You can pause the top and then go down and up, or you can keep that rhythm a little bit faster. Very good. Maybe one more. Sinking down, standing tall, and transition. Good. Going to that dumbbell row next. So if you know one arm is stronger than the other, start on your non-dominant side. So if you're holding the weight in your left arm, right foot steps forward, left foot steps back, forearm comes on down to the thigh. When you're ready, here we go. Elbow nice and high. Breathe in as you reach forward. Exhale. You pull that elbow up past your torso, trying to squeeze that shoulder blade in towards the spine. Nice. One of our favorite movements here, dumbbell row, setting that shoulder blade back on the spine and back on the rib cage. One more rep. Up and in. And go ahead and switch sides. Coming on up. Same thing, opposite side. Step the foot forward. Keep your spine nice and flat. And when you're ready, right to it. Good. The lighter the weight, the longer the pause at the top. And then you can also have a nice deliberate return to that forward position. Powerful on that up row. Strong pull in. You can add the pause and then slowly reach forward. Up and in. Good. Let's go one more here. And rest. You can use your weight as your hurdle if you want to have a little bit of a weight to step over, or make sure your space is clear. When you're ready, we're going to step up and over. Good. Very nice. Knees nice and high, opening through those hips. Good. 10 more seconds here. Palms slightly forward here, shoulders back and down. 2, 1. Resting there. You can either take, we've got 40 seconds till we start the next round. So if you want to keep that body moving, quick feet. I'm going to go 10 more seconds here, and then I'll take 20 seconds to kind of get reset. And 2, 1, and pause. All right, 20 seconds, we'll be back for round 2 of the squats. All righty. Set the feet. Grab any weight you want to hold. 2, 1, and starting second of 4 sets here. Nice and controlled, sinking back, standing tall. Excellent, good depth there. Nice, Jean. Just kind of want to judge how your body is feeling. If you're like, I need to slow the tempo down a little bit, pause in the top, take a nice strong breath, and then go back into it. One more. And get ready for your dumbbell row. Non-dominant arm to start, opposite leg steps forward. 2, 1, here it is. Keep that neck neutral, looking forward at the front leg, front foot. Check in, make sure that heel is nice and strongly planted. Halfway through on this arm. Good. Exhale as you draw that elbow nice and high. Inhale as you reach forward. And rotate. Same thing other side. Step it forward. Step it back. And 2, 1. Here we go on your more dominant side. Same idea. Breathing in as you reach forward. Exhale on that row. You keep it a nice fast tempo up and down, or you can slow it down. Have a stronger, longer rhythm of your movement. And 2, 1, and resting there. Great job. Back to lateral stepovers. I'll go first 15 seconds, lateral stepovers. You can do it the whole 30 if you'd like, or we'll give some options of like that skier hop. Got a little bit more kind of rebounding action. So you can either jump straight up and down if you don't jump very often, or you can do a little side to side. Really good for our lymphatic system, kind of shake our body up. Keep everything moving. Woo! Good, there's our 30 seconds. You can either take a full break or into those quick feet. Driving the arms at the side. Nice, make sure you're not staying high on the toes. Feel like your heel relaxes down for just that quick moment. Got 30 seconds till we start round 3. I'm gonna go another 5 here, then I'll take a break. 2, 1, and 20 seconds till we go into round 3. Nice work. Woo. All righty. Back to those squats. Set the feet. And when you're ready, if you're holding weights, also think about sending your elbows up and forward. So as I squat down, I'm either reaching my arms out or I'm pushing my elbows up and forward so that my elbows don't come in contact with my thighs in the bottom. Great depth, Jean. Excellent job. Nice, Ashley. Taking your time. Remember to keep that full range as far as your body will allow. And rest. Good job. Dumbbell row. Non-dominant arm first. Ready? Begin. Forward reach. High pull with that elbow. See how high you can get that elbow above the torso. Good. Halfway. Nice. Actually, add just a little bit more pause at the top. Kind of squeeze it in, hold for a moment, and then reach it forward. Last rep. And switch it up. Good job. Other side. And 2, 1. Second arm. Good. That's great. Nice job, crew. Bring that head back to a neutral position. Making sure you don't start to lose the chin forward, so draw the chin back and in. Let's go one more here. And rest. Excellent. We'll go a similar pattern as last time. Lateral stepovers first 15 seconds, and then some rebounding the second 15 seconds. Open through the hips. It's like stepping over small animals, small children, getting in and out of the bathtub, all those basic necessities. All right, a little bit of rebounding, either straight up and down or just gently side to side. Making sure your heels are nice and relaxed. Again, we don't want to be high on the toes. Good breathing. All right, either a little march or you can take a full rest. We got 45 seconds till we start round 4. So again, I'll give you that 20-second rest. 5 more seconds here. And there's our rest. All right. Your body's feeling good. Stick with us for round 4. If you're like, maybe 3 rounds is enough, then just keep yourself kind of moving. We do a little stretching. Otherwise, we're back to our squats here in 10 seconds. It's just a gentle toe out. Slide, set the feet out, hip width apart. Hello, Toby. And here we go. He's a happy boy. And those eyes looking straight on. Nice tempo. Halfway on this set of squats. Dumbbell rows are coming up next. If you took a rest from the squats, but you feel like you can do the upper body piece, resting on the squats, getting ready for the row. Long step forward. neutral spine, and begin. Good. Good back strength. Keep us strong in the back, keep us tall, avoiding that forward posture that we tend to get pulled through. Usually it's an older situation for people, but now, unfortunately, we see a lot of young kids with that forward posture, a lot more time that they're on their phones, on their computers, less time playing outside. Last rep here, and switching arms. Step it in, step it back, and 2, 1, here we go. So movement is really key, not just when we're getting older. The older we get, the more important it is to maintain our independence. But we also want to keep our young people enjoying movement. Outside movement can really help with that. Doesn't feel like structured exercise, but ideally it's play. Let's go about 2 more reps here. Nice high elbow. And take that rest. Good job. Our lateral stepovers. Standing tall. Lift up and open through those hips. Fabulous. This is the last little bit we have standing, and we'll be finishing on the floor with some midline work. Great job. And then if you want to do a little rebounding in place, shake up that lymphatic system, keep your immune system strong, clear all those toxins out of your body, dance, just have some fun here. Woo, all right. And then we'll go final 20 seconds, either a march or those quick feet, driving the arms at the side. Excellent. Keep those shoulders down out of the ears. Keep breathing. 2, 1, and all done there. Excellent. A little round of applause for yourself and your peers. Let's grab a drink. We're gonna do a couple stretches from standing, and then we'll make our way back to the floor to finish. All right, let's just start with a forward fold here. Walk the feet in, toes pointing forward. Make sure the ribs are kind of drawn in. Soft bend the knees, and then we'll bring the chin to the chest. Just slide the hands down the legs. You get down to a position and you feel comfortable do so, just kind of cross the arms over one another, and then invite your head to be nice and heavy here. Let gravity give a little relief to that neck. Breathing into the back. On that next inhale, gradually start to come back up. Oh, standing nice and tall. Fantastic. All righty. And then let's go ahead and start to make our way back down. We're going to come into like the top of a plank. We're going to do a couple openings for our hips. There's the back of my earring. And then we're going to come onto our back. So from the top of a push-up, you're going to go a nice long step forward, kind of like a modified mountain climber here, trying to get that shin vertical, and then just gently sway the body side to side. So I have my back knee off the floor. After a couple of rocking of the hips side to side, now I'm just going to make some little mini circles, about 3 revolutions in one direction. And then we'll reverse that, about 3 revolutions in the other direction. Very good. And then we'll switch sides. If you want to bring that trail knee down for a second, step that front leg back. Let's come up into down dog in between sides. Gently open through the back once again. I'm sure those calves are ready for a little bit more stretching after those quick feet exercises. And then when you're ready, back to the top of that push-up, and now your opposite leg, long step forward. Trying to bring that foot as close to your same side hand as you can. Shin vertical, flip flat, and then we'll start with a little side to side rock. After a few times side to side, then we'll take it into those rotations, gently rotating through the body, opening through the hips. When you're ready, rotate the other direction. Very good. And then bring that back knee down, walk that front foot back, and then making your way onto your back. We have a 5-minute piece to finish. Working on some hollow holds and either a bridge hold or a tabletop. So we're gonna go bridge on the first round, and then I'll talk you through the tabletop on the later round. So nice and slow, bring yourself back down. The low back's asking for a little bit of relief. You can hug the legs back in. So when we talk about that hollow body position, I recommend starting with the knees bent. You want to think about trying to make your body into like the bottom of a boat, where you're pulling the belly button in, flattening that low back to the ground. And you can either hold the position for the whole 20 seconds, or you can come into the position and then rest anytime you need, and just kind of make it, that's your reps, where you lift up, draw the chin in, push that low back flat, and then resting from there. We're gonna have 20 seconds there, and then we'll go into our bridge work. So when we're ready, 3, 2, 1, starting with those hollows, draw the chin in, pull the belly button in, low back flat is key. So no arching of that lower spine. That's our first 10 seconds. Anytime you need to rest out of that position, you can bring it back to the floor and then draw that chin in, lifting it back up, holding nice and tight and resting. There's our 20. Bring your arms to the side, readjust those shoulders underneath you. We're going to go into the bridge position next. So here we go, lifting the hips up. If you can interlace the hands underneath you, drawing those shoulders back and down, chin to the chest, and just looking to activate the back side of the body. 10 seconds left. Long spine. Trying to avoid any pinching on the hips or the low back. And come on down. Very good. We'll go back to that hollow next. That's set 1. We're going to do it 4 more times. And 2, 1, and raise on up. So if you find it relatively easy to hold this hollow with the legs bent, you can start by staying in this position, extending one leg out, pulling it back in, and then extending the opposite leg out. Just ensuring that you're not arching the spine as you move. And there's our 20. Good. You can stay with that bridge hold we did the first time, or if you want to move into more of an opening for the chest and shoulders, you'll come up to a seated position, place the hands behind you, and then work a tabletop. So if you want to come into this position or your bridge, here we go. If you're not already up, come on up. We'll practice 20 seconds here. And same idea, you can either hold a static tabletop position, or you can rep it out where you bring the hips down, lift the hips up. You've got 10 seconds left. Up and down there. Kind of gives a good opening for those elbows as well. And resting. That's 2 cycles through. We're going to go 3 more times. Maybe back to that hollow position next. 2, 1, and begin. So remember, the whole idea of that hollow is that little boat. Low back push flat. You could cycle the legs a bit if you'd like a bicycle. One fires out while the other stays in. If the neck starts to get tired, you can rest that head down and focus on the lower body. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Either keeping your shoulders down for that bridge hold or coming back up to a seated position for the tabletop. Place those hands if you're on the tabletop, and here we go. 20 seconds here. Really key, draw those shoulders back. Engage the glutes, lifting the hips. Squeeze and hold and rest. Good, everybody. 3 sets down. We're back to our hollow practice. Arms to overhead. And when you're ready, lifting on up. Drawing that belly in towards the spine. But you should feel like your whole abdomen is pushing out, that bracing sensation. That's how it's supporting your back. If the head and neck gets tired, rest it down and focus on the lower half. And rest. Good job. Either bridge hold or tabletop. This is set 4. 2, 1. Here we go. Keep those knees driving nice and wide. Chin pulled in. 10 seconds left. It's a really good opener for that upper body. Hips up a hair higher if you can, Sharon. And rest. Beautiful. All right, last time on each position. Back to our hollows first. And 2, 1, here we go. Lift and hold, breathing. Option to extend one leg as the other is bent. That neck is getting tired, rest it down, 5 seconds left. And rest, beautiful. Final option of the bridge or the tabletop. And we'll finish with a couple cool down stretches. 2, 1, here we go. Opening. Lifting and squeezing. Good, especially those who do the tabletop, really draw those shoulders back, open through that chest, 5 seconds left. And rest there. Beautiful, everybody. Whew. All right, go ahead and come into a seated position. We're gonna do our hurdler stretch with that side bend. So sitting up on the sit bones, extend one leg out, pull the other leg in, and just as you're sitting tall, slide the hand down towards the toes. And then you'll reach that opposite arm up and around. Gentle stretching here, shouldn't be intense. Peer up at that hand. Let's go 2 more breaths here. And unwind. In between sides, let's go ahead and bring your feet into a little butterfly position, bottoms of the feet together, still staying up on the sit bones. So readjust the glutes as needed. Draw those shoulders back and just invite the knees to drop on down. Really lift through the chest, Sharon. Draw those shoulders back, sit tall. Yep, but still see if you can hold on to your feet and make that position out of your chest. Very good. Nice. And then when you're ready, same thing on the opposite side. So hug the opposite leg in, extend the other leg out. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Slide the hand down the leg. Opposite arm reaches up and over. Peering up and breathe. Good, 2 more breaths there. And gradually unwind from there. Very nice. We're gonna do a seated figure 4 from sitting down on the ground here. Let's go ahead and extend your left leg out. Cross your right foot over just above that knee, the other side. And then you're gonna inch that left leg up and in. Have the hands placed behind you, draw the shoulders back. And you want to think about pushing your right knee away as you draw that left leg in. We're going to go 30 seconds here. Inviting the outer hip to open. You can hold it in a static position, or you can just gently rock the hips and legs side to side if you feel like you get a bit more benefit there. All right, and then when you're ready, we'll slide that leg out. Same thing on the other side. Cross it over and inch it up and in. Readjust the hands as needed. Keep those shoulders pulled back. Got a happy little kitty cat there. Kate's just like, yeah, it's all about me now. Your workout's done. Give me some love. 10 more seconds here. Keep pushing that knee out as you pull that other thigh in. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. Beautiful. Let's finish on our backs. Coming on down, revisit that double knee to chest, and then we're going to take it into our happy baby. After you've loosened up that low back, elbows on the inside of the knee, raise those feet up, either grabbing the outer aspects of the shins, or if you can reach the bottoms of the feet, you want to use your elbows to push your legs nice and wide, and then gently rock your body side to side, looking to open up the inner thighs. And just relax that breathing. You take some nice deep breaths. Okay to give a little sigh as you exhale. Gonna calm that nervous system back down now so we can shift our body from that area of stress that we intentionally put ourselves in while we're exercising to that place of relaxation and recovery. That's when we build our muscles up. Good. Coming out of that happy baby, just gently extend those legs straight out. Bring your arms out to the side. And let's just take about a minute here to ourselves. Close the eyes and breathe. Taking some moment to express some gratitude for what your body can do, releasing any judgment, criticism you may have had towards yourself today. Maybe you had criticism and judgment towards me today, somebody else in your life. Let it all go. Good, another 30 seconds. I invite you to stay in that position as long as you'd like. Stillness can be a very unappreciated action in our society because it's mostly inaction, but there's a lot of benefit. Help our nervous system relax, help our body find some moments of peace. When you do come out of that stillness, remember to drink plenty of water, enjoy some vegetables, and we'll see you next time.